Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in Gelderland. I just want to say that I have been called out for driving on the chickens, and I think they're moving out of the way. I mean, it looks like the tracks are going over the chickens and we're turning them into chicken pancakes, but I don't think that we actually are. I think that I'm okay on that one. So there's a little bit more grain gone into there, which we're turning into eggs. So we now have 400,000 litres of food in here. We've got 16,000 chickens at the moment. I'm going to put this one back underneath the spout, and we're going to buy a little bit more barley. Not sure if barley or wheat is the cheaper one, to be honest. Oh, did it say? Does it say on here, actually? Barley 252 234. Right, we want to buy barley. That's simple enough. I want to go to rough R and barley start. Okay. I will buy 120,000 litres of barley right here. Fill that bad boy all the way up to the brim. And let's go and have a look and see. Right, he is doing a bang up wonderful job. He's still got a little bit to go, but he's actually spreading fertilizer across the field properly, and I feel that that is at least credit where it's due. This guy is apparently less capable than I initially gave him credit for. I don't know if I can use the hired help down across the end of the field now because of all the bits that are missing. I do want to, but I think I'm going to have to just manually do at least half of it. Because I think he's going to try and turn round and not do it properly. So I'll go up to here like this, and then I can have the hired help. I still think the hired help is going to struggle with this because there's trees and things with collision, and yeah, see, there's a fence right there it doesn't like. And then there's a tree, and apparently it's fine with driving into people's lawns, into people's gardens. That's not a problem. But going next to a tree, that is just too much for it to cope with. Huh. Yeah. I know people like that. Just saying. Let me do that, and then I'm going to go here a little bit more, and then we're going to go the hired help again. So I need to use a hired help as much as possible because they actually do... well, they just allow us to keep going. So this whole sunflower experiment, I'm very curious how this is going to work out for us. Right, what are you going to do now? You know what? You're going to try and turn around. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go right down to the end of the field and just kind of fill in these little bits of crop and stuff that might be missing. And then we can turn around and we can go back the other way. Let's go fast. There. Just because then I can get that little bit in the corner. Not because it was bad driving. I rescued it. There's a difference between me and the hired help. When I go wrong, I can rescue it afterwards. The hired help, they go wrong, and they're like, yeah, you know what, mate? I'm off home. I'm going to go and have my tea. They rush back home. The schnitzel. That's what they're going for. I mean, I don't blame them. You've got schnitzel on the go. If you've had a phone call from your significant other to say the schnitzel's nearly ready, you're not gonna be hanging around. And apparently, it's quite popular over in the Netherlands. I don't think I've ever actually had it. But I've seen pictures of it, and I gotta be honest, it does look tasty. So I can't hold the hired help entirely responsible for rushing away when their significant other calls up and says, well, I'm cooking schnitzel and it's nearly ready. So either you get here quickly or your dinner's going to be in the dog. And when you're faced with the prospect of, you know, sitting in a tractor in a field, or and knowing that the dog is currently enjoying your schnitzel, or you need to rush home and then you get to have it yourself, it's not really much of a it's not really a difficult decision to make, is it? I think that I'd be rushing home too, because I don't want the dog having my schnitzel. Now, let's get to here a second, and then we can turn around. So we tidied up that little bit there. AI. Oh no, that was me. That wasn't anyone else. And then I'm going to go here, and you're going to sort of straighten up, fly right. Okay, that one can carry on. We've done about half the field now, but I mean we can go for another month anyway. You appear to have let the team down. We can go and tip out some more barley in for the chickens. Just bring that one on round. There. Totally not driving on the chickens. I'm not doing it. It's a figment of your imagination. And I'll tip that one out there. And then I want to go to... Why have you driven over here? You were doing so well. You were... Seriously. Really? Really? You were doing so well. Why not just do that? I mean, it's a lot easier. They were really doing well, and I thought that we were making progress, but apparently I was horribly mistaken. Now, I also need to line up where the next bit is. And the problem with fertilizer spreading when you've got crop in the field is you can't see where you're going. And that's something that does bug me about this. It's like you never know where you've been and where you're going. So I'll bring you to here. Oh, he's going to go. Right, ideal. He's going to racing across the field there. I suppose I didn't really need to worry about this one little piece, but we get this last little strip done all the way down through, and then that's it. We've then fertilized this entire field. We've done it. We've joined the field together, like all of them. We've made this nice big field, and then we've got all of the other bits going on as well. I think that this is a success story. I think we can count this as one of our major success stories, and we should be very proud of ourselves. And why are you still going? Why are you still going? You don't need to do... I think he now thinks he needs to do all of the rest of the field for whatever reason. No, you don't need to do anything else. We're just going to go... We're going to go back home now. I'm going to drive this one back. I like this fertilizer spinner, so I'm going to keep it. This is definitely going to be one that we keep. We're going to add it to the repertoire, to the stable. What do we want to do next? I've got... Well, I don't need to do anything else on any of these. We don't have to worry about weeds. Ploughing is nothing that we need. We've got a bit of planting that's going on over there, but that's an experimental thing. It can keep going into next month as well. I guess we could pick up some honey and we could move that, but that can also wait until next month. I'm not sure if honey does the same thing that the chickens do. And that's another thing that I want to just have a look at with an experiment, is overnight the chickens, so that it says that we've got eggs that need to be collected, but do that like twice. So it says that lots of eggs need to be collected. Did I actually start that barley tipping? Yes, I did. I thought for a minute that I hadn't. Okay, right. I've got you now. I don't really have any room for this one, so we'll just park it over here somewhere. And you are ready to go. I think I've got most things done now. So I've got some honey down here that we will be able to... We can gather that up, and we'll be able to take that over to whichever of the factories over there wants the honey. And then I'll have some more eggs soon. So let's have you, and we'll just bring you over and stick you under the spout here so you can start filling up with barley again. I think I'm going to get a bigger trailer on this job, because quite frankly this is going to take too long. Alright, let's start that one. Shut you off for a minute. That one can just stay there. How big is this trailer? I can't remember now. That's 480,000. That's probably a bit more like it. I want a bigger trailer than that, though. I want something that holds like 1.5 million, because then I've only got to fill it up once for the chickens over there. That would be better, Maybe we'll try that at some point. Okay, you are about halfway done on the field there. So we're going to skip the night. AI worker H has stopped work unexpectedly. Wrong season for this work. No more space for eggs. Apparently, we cannot plant sunflowers now. So we've only got 1 month that we can plant sunflowers, unless I could have started planting them in March. It could just be that we've only got a single month to do it. I mean, this is fine. We've got half the field, and they are growing. So whether we can grow them, like, the other issue that I'm going to have, of course, is I'm going to have the sunflower seeds. Am I going to be able to sell them anywhere? Sunflowers right there. There are sell points for them. It's just that it's not included on the list here of the growing seasons. And also, it's not shown on the map either. Like, I've got that, and we've got the growth, and it's not shown anywhere on the map. So I really don't know at the moment whether or not the sunflowers is even going to be a successful thing. If they are, I'm either going to modify this machine slightly so that it will plant faster, or we'll use a slightly bigger machine for doing the planting. I'd quite like the idea of modifying this one, actually. I think this one is quite a cool little machine, and I like having either the really, really small machines or the really, really big machines. I don't think that this series is something where middle of the road is acceptable. I think it needs to be one extreme or the other. And I think that's something that we really do need to focus on, is going from one extreme to the other. That's kind of, I feel, what we're about here, really, isn't it? So that's what we're going to do. There's one little thing that I wanted to do, actually. I'm going to go onto this vehicle right here. And so we've got these fields down here at the bottom. Let's bring you out this way. You get out of the ditch. There we go. A little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump. So, I've got fields there. There's a whole load of forestry stuff there. This is a bit of an odd-shaped field down this end. So I'm going to first, we're going to go down and have a look at the odd shape of the field. So this bit here is going to be easy enough to deal with. I've got this odd piece down here. There's houses there in a way. That's kind of why we've got a bit of an odd shape to the field. Alright, so we can work with that. Apparently I can't drive at all. It's a bit wet today, so there's not a lot else that we can do. So we're just going to have a little bit of a look around. I've got... Right, there's a bit of a ditch there, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, there is a bit of a ditch there. So if I want to join that on, I'm going to have to do work with, like, clearing a ditch, filling it in, and so on. And then we carry on down here, and we've got the same again. We've got a ditch. Now, this one's got a lot of stuff in it. This is an overgrown ditch. Still, we're on the same bit. We're on a ditch right there. And then we carry on up here. And now we've got an even bigger ditch. But then it goes wider. And that's going to be a bit more difficult to cater to. So, like, we can do this bit down here. And we can run alongside the road. And so we can join all of that together into one. Then I feel that there. So, I mean, we can either join that one in, or we can do a big long field here. We could do 39, 40, and 41, join them together. 47 is probably all right on its own. Although, now that I think about it, why would this be all right on its own? There's a... What have we got? Oh, there's a road there. Right, so I can't do anything with that because there's a road. Which means that we need to do something different over here. There's no road here, though. This is just a ditch. So we could join some of this. There's more ditch over there. What are you doing? Right. Well, I'm not quite sure, but we can certainly have like 3 or 4 quite large fields here if that's what we would like to do. It's just going to require a little bit of work to join them all together. And that, I realize, is a little bit tedious, but, I mean, most of it I ended up doing off-camera with the last one, and then we've got some fast plows that can do other stuff. So, we're probably going to be alright with most of that. Then I want to go over here. So the honey is still filling up. The chickens, we've got loads of space down there. Now, if I go and have a look at the chickens now, I have got 20,000 chickens and I got 460,000 litres of food. Excuse me. There's nothing else that I want to do here. I've got all of the bees in there. I got... Yeah, there isn't actually anything else that we want to do here. So... we're going to sleep another night. Now that I've got all the chickens there and the eggs are saying there's no more room for eggs, I want to skip a night and have a whole night and see if all of those eggs will then spawn after I remove the first lot. This is something I'm very curious about, and I feel that we've got enough eggs now that we can afford to do this little bit of experimentation. So we want to go to you. And I want to go over here. I want to get these eggs here and pick them up before anything changes. So pick up that lot. And it's before the hour, before we change on the hour. I'm going to go all the way up to this end. And I'm going to stop there, and then we're going to see what happens, because we've got a whole day's worth. Do they store it up in the chickens? And we've also got some wheat that we can go and harvest over there. We want to go, I think that's wheat. So look at the chickens. Eggs, it just says 35,000 pieces there, so I don't know if that's what was out on the... That might just be what's out on the ground, because I've gone and picked that up. So now if I go forward in time a little bit faster, I've got the thing on collection. And it's now chucking out eggs. Loading them onto my lorry at the same time. And spawning them down there. And now it's saying no more space for eggs. So we can just keep picking up the eggs and staying there with something that will stack them up. Now, this particular trailer doesn't have... It won't stack them any higher than 2 layers high. I think it would be really cool if we could find a trailer that was kind of like this, but stacked them at least 3 times his height. I don't know if such a thing exists. I know that there are some unrealistic stacking options that we've got. Well, we had that from... We did experiment that with the little trailer, didn't we? So we did find out a little bit about it. So now, if I go back over here, we can do this again, and I'll see if we get another such a lot of eggs come through. So let's load them up again. And I'll run up through here. Like that. And then I can go forward in time again. It is actually really good that we can do this. I just need to get something a little bit better. No, look at them all. This is slightly insane. This trailer doesn't have a rear hitch. Oh, that's it. We've now... No. Oh, no, I see. We were just making more eggs. That was all. Right, okay. Let me reverse up. I'll pick up the rest of these. This is amazing how many we got here. But we need a better way to pick them up. I definitely want a better way to pick these up. I don't like this. We're not picking up enough here. I can only carry 70,000 litres of eggs in one go. I need either a trailer that does... Oh, wait. No. I think there was another one. I think that there was actually... there was an update on one of them. It was... I got a drive hand there. Right, you had that one, the Profi liner, right here. Autoload stock trailer. I think this one, we got the AI bale loading on off. Wait, is that all? I thought there was something else that we had another option with that. Let's have a look. This trailer can pick up the pallets self-loading at the central warehouse. Central warehouse mod. Self-loading pallets standard. I see. Right. So that does self-loading pallets. It doesn't give us any more information on that, so not quite sure what that one will do. This one was edited by Stevie. Profiliner auto-loading semi-trailer edited by Stevie. Now, I really have no idea what he would have done to it, but this could be interesting. So let's buy that one. And we'll bring that one up to the farm up here, and we'll see what it does. Because I love this flat trailer, this flatbed one that we've got right here. But if the Stevie one does better, then that's clearly the one that I'm going to want. Also, I don't know if his picks up pallets or if it does, because there's two kind of styles of auto load. One, it picks up the pallets and puts them on using the auto load mod that whoever it was has made, and it's a really, really cool mod, and it allows you to pretty much auto load everything. The other type, it doesn't physically load pallets, it just loads it into the whatever vehicle you're using, and you just kind of see a visual of the vehicle filling up, and then when you get to your destination you can unload it again. So I'm not sure which version Stevie will have got on here, so it'll be interesting to find out. We'll probably find out once we've hitched on. So let's go and have a look here. Loading type Euro pallet. This has got that the other type. Euro pallet 5th. Wait a minute. Left shift. €9. 10 big bag pallets. Big bags 28. Overloaded. Double barrels. Doghouse metal Euro pallet. It takes 50 Euro pallets, and that's it. Slightly disappointed with that, to be honest. Can enable auto load. Open back door, tip side left. Z is the button that you can't see, but so yeah, it only does 50 pallets. It doesn't have like a second. I'm a little bit disappointed with that. I was hoping that his one would have like maybe a bit more than that. I've just had a little bit of a look through my mods. I don't seem to have one that would do what I want it to do in there. This one by Stevie is great and all, but it's pretty much, it is the same function as the trailer that we've already got, which is a bit of a shame. I would have preferred to have something else. So if anybody knows of any trailer that looks like this one, like it is like pretty much the one that we've got, because this has got bale loading on or off, and I've got the Stevie version as well, which I'm guessing is just some more color options on it. So if you do know of one that will allow us to put more pallets in it, we're just going to test this one a minute as well, just to see, because it's got bale loading on or off. This one I've just hooked on. We've got... Right, there's no options at all on that one, so this one doesn't seem to be any kind of auto load on it. So we'll just unhitch that one and dump it there a minute. I'll sell these direct rather than bothering to drag them back round there. It's going to take too long. And I'll hook this one on, and we'll just see if this one has what options this one has got. Because it doesn't have the you got with the first trailer, like the one that I really like, which was like the original one that was made. It was this one. You've got two options for it. You've got auto load pallets extreme and normal. None of the others seem to have an extreme, like they haven't done anything extra with them. So this one here is 50 euro pallets on there, which is exactly the same as the other one. It's a bit of a shame, because that's only going to do them too high, and I want to be able to have more than that. But it might just be because some of the pallets are higher than others, and maybe that's why. But still, I know what I want. I want to be able to have these things, and at the moment I can't, and it's disappointing. I've had a look and just seen if there was any others. I can't see any at the moment, so maybe I can find some at some point. We'll have to have a look. So I'm just going to leave you there for a second. And we've got a field that we need to harvest. I was just looking down at the shop for a bigger auto-load trailer or something that would take a little bit more, and I've changed things around a little bit. So what I've done, there's a new mod. Well, it's not a new mod, it's been out for a little while, but it's just been recently updated. I've added that one in, which will make some changes. It's called the larger capacities, the larger pallet capacities, and all produced mods. Although it's not modded pallets, it's base game pallets, so I don't know how many of the factories are actually going to produce the new type of pallet. The honey here should, although I'm still not actually sure if it's going to, because the platform that we got for the honey is different, but it should put everything in 5,000 litre pallets. But what they've also done is they've adjusted the weight. So although this pallet here is 640 kilos for 400 litres, the new ones are only going to be 100 kilos apiece, which will make a difference to how things perform. What we've also got over here is the pallets from the eggs. Now, these are 340 kilos. They're 1,400 pieces, or, well, litres it would count as. I'm pretty sure this one also does the eggs, although I'm not sure. I forgot to check that. So this one here, it does. Right, this is already changed, this one, and it started putting this one in. So we've got 3,448 pieces of egg on here with at 100 kilos. So these, we can actually pick them up by hand if we want to, and they're 5,000 litres apiece, which will make a huge difference. Now, there's something else that I want to do. Are these? Oh, no, these are all 1,400. Right. There's another thing that I want to do. I've made a slight change to chickens. So I'm going to show you that in a bit, because there's something else that I wanted to show you. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.